Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pwny Montana, and in this video we're going to be going over a technique that is going to change the way that you guys play defense in Madden 25. This is going to be something that's going to frustrate a lot of your opponents, and it's sort of a secret technique that I do not see a lot of people utilizing unless you're kind of at a much higher level when it comes to your gameplay. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and hit that noti bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys have nothing to say, just comment FTA. It stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people. And obviously this tip right here is going to be one that a lot of you guys might want to take note of. Okay, and what we're going to be going over today is how to jam your receiver. Your assignment, you're pretty much going to jam them every single time whenever they go ahead and try to run a specific play. Now, the reason why this is a very, very important thing to know and to learn is because one of the most annoying offenses in this game is empty sets. If you guys are playing anybody that's in an empty set, it's a very, very frustrating time, and you end up getting frustrated by them pretty much torching it. It's annoying. It's just an annoying thing, but we have the workaround to it. Now, not only are we going to showcase a blitz, and we're going to be coming out of the pinch buck zero, but we're going to be showing it out of an empty set. Doesn't matter what play call that they call, you're pretty much going to be clamping a lot of the stuff that they do up. Now, the technique that we're going to be going over, as my controller dies, the technique that we're going to be going over is how to jam your receivers. Now, the way that you jam your receivers is very, very simple. There's a very, very simple way to do it. It's a lot easier than it was in previous games, and all you're going to want to need to do is hold L1 or left bumper above the receiver that you're trying to jam. Now watch Fred Warner and watch how good he jams them. By the time he ends up releasing, the blitz is home. So for those of you guys who are struggling against empty sets, this is going to be one of the biggest tips that you guys can utilize and add to your scheme if you guys are struggling to stop players that are coming out in any form of an empty set. As you can see, he completely jams them, and if he jams them in that bad, you won't get flagged, and by the time that anything even looks remotely open, the blitz gets home before even a curl route comes out. So again, if you guys are struggling against empty sets, learning how to jam is going to absolutely dominate your opponent to where they won't have that extra route, and by the time that route starts to break open, you'll be there to pretty much sack them every single time. You can do this out of any set, against any set. You could do them against bunch. You could do it against any gun tight set, any tight end that's on the field. Whoever it is that your assignment is set to guard, make sure that that's the person that you are jamming, because you don't want to try to jam somebody who isn't even remotely in your vicinity or somewhere that you're supposed to be guarding, because you don't want to leave too open of an area if you guys are playing defense. So again, I'm jamming him towards the inside here, and as you can see, by the time that you look like, oh, I could probably throw it to him, it's clamped up. They're not putting him on streaks in this situation, because if you did put him on a streak, he'd actually run right into you, and that's actually how this works the best, is if they are trying to run a streak. As you can see, you hold L1, left bumper right above that offensive player, and you're gonna jam him. You can do it with anybody that's on the field. Now I'm gonna do this with the safety that's on the outside here. Soon as he calls a play, if he runs into him, he gets jammed. But obviously, a lot of people when they're coming out in any kind of empty set, they're usually trying to target the tight end on some kind of vertical pattern, on some kind of crossing pattern. And if you're jamming that person at the line, by the time they get out of the jam, or by the time they break on their route, any blitz that you send is going to come home. This is a simple pinch buck O, sending nobody else. We're simply just setting up the blitz as is. And as you can see, this is the result. We end up jamming them, and by the time that they break open, they're sacked. This is one of the most crucial defensive secrets that nobody really talks about, is how to jam a receiver, and this is definitely something that a lot of you guys need to learn if you guys want to annoy your opponents as much as possible. So again, hold L1 at the line and you should absolutely clamp them up. It doesn't matter the skill level of the player. You can put the lowest press rated receiver or defender on the field, and you'll bump them enough for your pressure to come in and your blitz to come home. That's all we need, is pressure to come down the middle, and you're taking away one of the main receivers that's on the field. your opponent is going to have a very, very hard time actually making a read, and it's going to disrupt the timing of whatever route that they have on the field. So even if you're not blitzing, even if you're playing all out coverage, there's going to be nothing that disrupts an offense more than completely jamming a receiver off of the line and then following him the entire way. As you can see, everything is clamped up because of that jam, and we're just hoping that some kind of pressure gets home before that happens. Obviously, we're not going to be sending 3 in against any empty set, but you guys can see exactly why we do this technique. My name is Pwny Montana. Hopefully this tip helps you guys out if you're struggling on the defensive side of things. This is a huge tip that will help you guys get more stops on the defensive side. My name is Pwny Montana. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out.